Right then, I think we'll start. Welcome to the Roundtable. It's our weekly little newscast thing we do. So we can pass on news to you guys, recap the week, go over the future week, anything else that's coming up, we let you know here. So we've got loads today, loads and loads and loads. Where would we like to start? Somebody pick a topic.
Bananas.
Anything a bit more than bananas. Shall we start with art this week, as that's like huge?
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's huge.
It's massive. We have a whole new server. It's amazing.
Do you want a whole new server?
Do you want to tell us what we've got planned coming up? What's going on with the art box then?
Yes, by all means. So as you all know, we rolled out the new Arc hardware on Sunday. That was a bit of an all-day job, but we got there in the end. I feel that the play experience has been improved. However, there are a couple of issues that we have to iron out still, which we should be able to address during the Wednesday morning maintenance. The main issue that we're seeing is lockup or freeze while the hourly backup is transferring. Got some ideas on how we're going to resolve that, but unfortunately you guys are just going to have to put up with it until Wednesday. It happens about 5 past the hour, so we're just due for one right now. So sorry about that, but yes, new hardware, lots to configure, and it's quite different to what we had originally. So yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, I just addressed that, Shaggy. I've been on the Arc servers all day today, like every server all day, and the only times I saw any severe lag were when the backups were transferring.
Yeah.
Literally, I've been around every map, and part of that as well, I was cleaning up the lost and found section. So if you had a lost dino, I found it and cooked it.
Was it tasty?
I don't know. I didn't hang around to try it. The incinerator removed all traces of lost dinos.
Oh, fantastic.
The only map I have to do is Lost Island. I did a quick run around that, but then I found a load more, so I need to deal with that.
Joyce.
I'm more scared of the fact that DJ is actually playing.
I wouldn't have called it playing. I was flying around servers all day.
It's very rare for DJ to be in Arc and not the dev kit, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
DJ has a moment to actually log into the cluster? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wherever did you find the time?
I need to answer your question, Shaggy, I need to experience it and find out what's causing it, but it's significantly better than it was. That's all we can say on that one at the moment. Other things that have changed. Raptor Pounce, that's been removed from mission Raptors. So Genesis missions will no longer troll you. We had a report of the orbital satellite uplink had some issues. Nani kindly put in the config for that this morning, and the reboot on Extinction has fixed that. We had some reports of local chat and ally chat going into tribe chats for players who have their private Discord servers linked with their tribe, so they can get their tribe logs and chat coming to their own Discords. That should be fixed with our deployment on Wednesday as well. We've got a change in functionality going in as well for the Docs global chat. This is experimental, so we'll have to see what happens with it. But I believe without re-engineering the whole system now, we can still have the benefits of our chat integration on Docs, but without pushing it out to the rest of the cluster. Have to see how that behaves with Discord. So I'm not sure if you'll still be able to chat from Discord to Docs and vice versa, but we'll see what happens on Wednesday. If it turns out that doesn't do what I'm expecting it to do, then we can very easily reverse that change. It's a bit of config after we've deployed the new software for it. Federation shards, they've been updated on the shop as well, so you've got more denominations to choose from. That was changed because the original way of buying them from the shop was if you bought 10,000 shards, it would deliver 10,000 single shards rather than a stack of 10 stacks of 1,000. So we had to move them over to kits because anyone ordering like 10,000 shards, the server just sit there spamming them with shards, which achieved the right result, but was not good for performance. Like I said earlier, the known issues we've got is save lag. The big one is the backup, which is the hourly one, which copies all the saves over. There may also be an issue, back to Shaggy's point, that the server actually saves every 25 minutes as well. So that may also be causing a problem, but I haven't observed it myself. I have seen it on a couple of maps where they've capped out 100% processor usage during a save, so that could very well be it. So you could end up with a bit of lag once every half hour, roughly. But we'll get to the bottom of that and fix it. With that in mind, Wednesday's maintenance will be a little bit longer. I got a reminder as well. If you crash during a transfer, get disconnected, or log out, or don't have the map when you arrive, you have 24 hours to retrieve your character. After 24 hours, your character contents is no longer saved. The character is, but the contents of your character isn't. So if you do crash during transfer, just log back into any map. It doesn't matter which map, and then just download your character. Then you can log off.
If you wait more than 24 hours to log back in and open a ticket, we will laugh at you.
Something along those lines, yes.
I will, at very least.
I want to laugh too.
Issues redeeming vote rewards. It's unfortunately nothing we have any control over. That's down to the websites that provide the voting systems and the rewards. And if for whatever reason they decide they don't want to communicate properly, you don't get your rewards, unfortunately. We have a known issue with Tracky servers, but we're waiting on the plugin developer to release an update. He is aware. Last two things. Tames, structures, random trash around the maps. Like I said, I spent the entire day going around all the maps, cleaning people's stuff up. It's not fun, complete waste of my time, but did mean I got to experience some time on the server. Please don't leave your stuff lying around. It's just a pain to clean up, and we will just remove it. On a similar note, the caves that we have put extra loot chests in, the idea behind those is that you run the cave and you get rewarded for it. Not find inventive ways to cheese the cave so you can just log in, grab the loot, and disappear. If we find anybody doing that, we won't hesitate just to remove your tames, your structures, whatever you've managed to cheese into that cave somehow, and just destroy it, because it's not fair on the other people that actually want to experience it and do run the cave to get the reward. It also means that somebody can run the entire cave, get to the end and find somebody's just kind of cheesed it already and they've wasted their entire time.
And just know for everybody doing that, Sandy takes immense pleasure in deleting your stuff when you choose it. So please don't give her the satisfaction.
Cool.
Thank you for repeating that in chat, Sandy. I wasn't sure if
Welcome.
who was it? If Curry was actually on the round table with us tonight. So sum up, we've still got tons of work to do. Things like the quest progression system, the review of the automated breeding rates and costs and things like that. All of that stuff will come once we've finished configuring the servers and getting everything running nice and smooth.
Yep.
So we're working in the background to just do maintenance and make sure things are just running as they should. Yeah, the rewards are just the response time from the server that has the rewards. So just have to wait on that. So do your votes.
Something I've noticed with rewards, I don't know if it's correct or if it's just something that I happen to have stumbled upon, is some of the vote websites will let you vote up to every 12 hours,
Mhm.
but only once per day.
Yep.
So if you vote at 5 p.m. one day and 4 p.m. the next day, you won't be able to get your rewards until 5 p.m. the second day.
Correct.
I don't know if this is... Well, I'm
That's
pretty
it.
sure now it is correct.
That is
but
intended, yes.
Yeah, if you voted at 7 p.m. yesterday, or 8 p.m. yesterday rather, you can't get your rewards today until 8 p.m. today. So that may be what's going on with Curry there. I don't know if you want to try and relay that, Sandy, as well.
I did not follow what you said, so you write
I'll
it.
relay it now, it's fine. Cool, yeah.
So some vote sites you can vote once every 24 hours. Some vote sites you can vote once every 12 hours. But our reward system only lets you redeem once every 24 hours. So anything in excess of the limits that we've set, you will not get additional rewards for. However, saying that, voting really does help us. So
It does.
please don't let that put you off. Also, the last thing to mention is I will be doing a small mod update for our support mod. Probably push that out tomorrow morning. That will be to put in let me see, it's in chat. No, how do you say it? Ariana? I can't remember.
Aliana.
Aliana.
Silver.
Silver. There we go. That will be to put in Silver's Phoenix avatar into Arc.
Oh, nice.
That she will have as her chat icon, which looks really cool. In fact, I will drop it in general chat. Bear with me a second so everybody can see what she got for winning our little giveaway last week. Getting there. Nearly there. That one. That is her avatar.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
It's shiny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good choice, that. Like that.
Yeah, she asked me to find something. It's
Pepe, that's a phoenix, not a cat.
meow.
But yeah, so it's going to be busy, and as we've said, we've got loads of stuff coming for Arc, so it's just going to be cool.
Yeah.
I think from a docs point of view, our docs community seems fairly happy with the spawn rates and the difficulty. We already, I think, need to be thinking about what the next map will be, what the difficulty settings will be for our next iteration of docs. Once the current player base on there have kind of finished it, it has to be an official map. Can't be Lost Island.
I zoned out there. What did you say?
Just thinking about the next docs map that we run and what the difficulty is going to be for it.
You would struggle with a docs cluster 0 because of different difficulties and stuff like that.
Make it the hardest you can, make them really feel the pain.
They would all have to be the same difficulty, wouldn't they?
Yeah, we could make.
Yeah,
that's
we
the
could
thing,
do a
though.
docs cluster. We just have to completely remove transfers.
We still haven't got doc support for Lost Island yet. The dev kit hasn't come out for it, and so that's not there. I'd imagine that they'll release an update to the dev kit when FuelJoy drops, but it won't include the FuelJoy stuff.
Because that would be helpful and useful in things.
I would say though, one thing that I was looking at today, and I think this is lost on quite a few of our players, the realms on Fjordjaw and the portal room are absolutely stunning.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah, they are.
really are, aren't they? They're
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, I've been flying around all the different areas on Fjordjaw today, and it's absolutely amazing. I didn't realize how much it had moved on since the last time I came over there. So it's definitely worth checking out Fjordjaw. And then also on the topic of Fjordjaw, the last thing that we want to think about is what we want to do with Fjordjaw when it goes official.
Yeah.
Me, myself, and Nani, the yellow banana, have been talking about it, and I don't want to rubbish on it's Nectus, isn't it? That
Yes.
does,
Yeah.
I don't want to rubbish Nectus because he puts in a hell of a lot of work. He's done a hell of a lot of ARC and produced a load of maps. But saying that, once he seems to have a new project on, the previous project gets dumped like a steaming shit on your doorstep. Sorry, not doorstep. And doesn't get any more support or updates. The perfect example of that would be Valguero. That was released. It was in quotes finished, and it was missing, loads of spawns. It was missing areas and stuff like that. And yes, there was a companion mod or map extension that was put out to complete it, but it was never really finished in my mind. It had so much more potential. And with Wildcard picking up Fjordjaw as an official map, I hate to say it, but I think we'll get more updates from Wildcard than we will get from Nectus on the modded version.
I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah.
So
However,
I
we got
I
some
think-
big bases over on Fjordjaw, so
yeah, we do.
You would need to wipe the map, wouldn't you?
yes, I would assume it would need to be wiped. I don't think the save file would go cross compatible.
No, I don't
No.
think it will either. So we've got a big decision there to make around Fjordjaw. When it releases, do we switch to the official version and have a map that is accessible to many more people because it's going to be promoted on the ARC Steam Store homepage type thing and people just one click and download it? Or do we stick with the modded one, which then kind of like people have got to download the mod and all that kind of palaver, and it might be different to the live one and stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, we could run the maps concurrently, not allow items to be transferred onto the old one and open up the new one for transfers. But then also we have the same thing that we have with Lost in the fact that, hang on, it's a fresh map. It's going to be a little bit different to the modded version. It's going to have its own bosses and stuff like that. And they've already hinted that the official one is going to have more stuff than the modded one, or has exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, do we want to do it the same way we did with Lost Island? But what I don't think...
I think at some point we're not going to have a choice.
Yeah, but I don't want to just... I don't want to have two Fjordjaws running on the cluster, though.
No, I would say that's probably not a good idea either.
That's a complete waste of server resources that we could use for something more exciting.
What we do need to hear as well then of people who have got big bases on there and what they're thinking too.
Yeah.
Because one thing I'm concerned about is a lot of people will go, "Ooh, cool map. I've waited," but what about the guys that are there? So I know Zero has got a big base there with the Giga Breeding. What are your thoughts, Zero? What are you initially thinking? We got several people typing. He may be.
Yeah, Zero is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is also a fair call there by Stephen.
I do like that idea actually.
I do like that idea. Yes, that
Yeah.
is people who main there. That is actually a very, very good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I mean, like I say, we will come to a point where we will lose compatibility with the mod, so we will have to, stop hosting it at some point long before we do the official anyway. So
Nectus has promised to keep the mod alive as alongside the official version, but I don't think there will be any significant support for it.
No, he's probably leaving it as it is now, and then
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking that it'll be finished and then never updated again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than removed from the workshop like the other maps have been.
Yeah.
He's also going to be working officially with Wildcard on it as well from what's it in, and then he's going to come home and do it all over again on a modded version. I don't think it's going to last that long, to be fair, before he gets annoyed with that or wants his life back.
Oh yeah, Cody has his arc monument on Fjordor.
Yeah, that's kind of our hope, Giga, that we would kind of lock it up like we did with Lost Islands, so that people can progress on the map. That seemed to be a very popular experience for a lot of players.
It seems to be very popular, what's been on Lost Island.
it's one of our big regrets, isn't it, that we didn't do that with Genesis 2?
Yeah, well, it probably wouldn't have made much difference. You pick up a loot drop and get a tech generator.
Well, touche, but still.
Oh, that statement is so painful, but so true.
Yes, Giga. What we were what one of the proposals was back in chat was the people who currently main on Fjordor now gets early access to the map to set up their initial base. Not to transfer their entire base from the existing map, but to stake their claim and get to choose where they build.
See you, Pepe. Thank you. There's definitely some discussion to be had there, though. But I like the way this is going. It sounds cool.
Yeah. It's a little way off, so we've got plenty of time to sort it out.
Yeah.
So kind of
like June, I think, with Fjordor.
Well, it's due in June, so probably September.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lost Island is going to be unlocked fully on the 14th.
18th.
18th? 14th? Whichever date official unlocks it on, we're going to unlock it.
Yeah,
March 18th.
Yeah, March 18th is when we will allow anybody to transfer whatever the hell they want into Lost Island. So, yeah, I mean, anybody that hasn't experienced the map, that's been waiting because they want to take their pre-done Mega Rex armies over and just squash the boss in 10 seconds flat, they're welcome to do it then. And then go, what else do I do? Nothing.
Oh, the alpha boss is defeated. Huh. Now what?
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of arc.
Yeah.
We can unlock docks transfers to Lost. Yes, you can transfer all your stuff off of docks to Lost Island. Except it won't be there when you arrive.
Okay.
Actually, our transfer system that we have in place would actually preserve your stuff for 24 hours. So if you then went back again, it would then pop back into your inventory. It's cunning like that.
Shiny.
Yeah, if something can't be downloaded to a map because it doesn't exist on the map, rather than doing an arc and just wiping it, it holds it in the transfer system. And then if you go back to the map where that item was available, you then get it back again.
It's very handy.
Okay, so yeah.
People seem to love ducks from reading the chat.
Ducks in the chat. Ducks in the chat.
The problem with docs, and it's why I suggested that it should be for people who feel like they've finished with Ark, is because once you've played docs, you don't want to go back to Ark. It's kind of that simple. That the way you play and what you get and the rewards and the progression you get for it is just completely different. It's better. But if you're after if you want to do like a proper survival gaming and you're playing Ark for the first time, then yeah, it's great. It's amazingly exciting. But I don't recommend people go docs first, then try and play Ark.
No.
You'll ruin two perfectly good experiences for yourself.
Mm. Cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's why docs is around. So, anyways, moving on. We've killed 25 minutes on talking about Ark, docs, Lost Island, Fjordjaw, transfers, and all sorts of things. And we'll keep that conversation going during the week because I want to know in the docs channel what people want to see for the next map that we do. Probably roll that out maybe. When's Fjordjaw due? June, is it? March, April, May, June. I think we'll need to rotate the docs map at least once before then, because people will have absolutely murdered it by then. We also Killer got the first completion of docs, I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we didn't get a screenshot of, unfortunately.
He posted one. There's one in the docs chat somewhere.
Have we got it?
It is there somewhere. Yeah, we can find that.
Brilliant. We need to post that in news or something.
How do you beat docs?
You beat docs. You have to kill the big badass Titan Overlord thing.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen, Bob. That is totally amazing.
Oh yeah, I found that thing. There. That's the link for it.
That's really good. Anyway, can we shall we do some shall we do some 7 day stuff now?
Yes, I think so. You talk through 7 days stuff while I post stuff in general about dogs.
Okay, so some progress has been made with 7 days now. So the No Blood Boom normal server has been quite happily plodding along. Everyone's seems quite happy with that. I think that's in a really nice place now in terms of the amount of zombies around and the experience. I think that's quite good. One thing I had mentioned, I think it was Silver who mentioned it, was the online map wasn't working correctly. I've resolved that today. That's sorted. It's fixed on the Darkness Falls test server I was working on, and I'll roll that out to the rest of the servers in the morning. So the online map will now work. You'll be able to follow your character around. It was apparently to do with they've changed the default way it addresses players. So it uses Steam IDs by default to track the players and know what you've got, what permissions you've got, all that sort of stuff. And they've recently changed that over to EOS addresses. So the web map wasn't able to gather your permissions to tell you what you could see because basically it was looking at the wrong ID. So we've got that fixed now. That's going out tomorrow. The web map will work. I'm going to be changing straight after the roundtable the casino coin amount you can buy. That's been brought up a couple of times now. I know Krusty's currently paying the price for buying Dukes at the moment. So new the denominations of coins, exactly the same as we're laying out an Ark, is going to go in for buying Dukes as well. That's going to be a nice quality of life perk. I've been working very hard on Darkness Falls today. We are going to be, I think, launching with 401. There is a 402 out, but it's a development build. Not sure what bugs come with that. I don't really be wanting us to run an alpha game with an alpha mod on top of it in developer mode. So we're going to stick with 401. We're using the pre-gen 10k map. That's all set up, ready to go. We've put in some no-build exclusion zones on the Darkness Falls server because it works slightly different to the main cluster. The traders can be assaulted by zombies. They will crumble and they will die. The traders are actually capable of being overrun. So things like that need protecting. The really big skyscrapers, the Dishon Towers and stuff like that, are protected. So you'll find the very, very big, dense city areas with the tower blocks in, you won't be able to build in. What that does mean for us, however, is we can regenerate those chunks of the map. So should the trader fall over or one of the big Dijon towers gets nuked down, darkness is quite horrible. That is actually a thing. We can regen those on, say, a weekly basis and bring the traders back. It prolongs the game a little bit. There's some really cool new features in DF4. Patch notes, well, the patch notes have been in the dojo, and I will post up tomorrow morning in news when we update the servers. All being well, looking at the next probably couple of days at the most, and I'll be able to get that out. Need to run a final check on the configs, just make sure it all matches up with what we've got on the website. I've got a couple of little tweaks I want to make to the website as well, as far as 7 days is concerned. And we're pretty much ready to go with Darkness. I know a lot of people have been chomping at the bit for that, so it's coming, and it should be very, very, very soon. I will let you know. I think that's it from the 7-day side of things now. Pretty sure.
So how many servers are we going to be running?
So plan short term is going to be the No Blood Moon and the Blood Moon vanilla servers. They will stay. Darkness will go up in 2 flavors as well, so that's going to go up in a Horde mode and a no Horde mode version. The no Horde mode seems the most popular one we're running at the moment. People are loving those. So we will be running 4 servers for the time being. We'll see how well Darkness stands up. And there is plenty of other full overhaul mods out there that I would love to look at. So maybe we'll have a look and see what the populations are like on the servers. If certain servers are being packed, I know the vanilla No Blood Moon one's really popular. If the Horde mode one isn't that popular and doesn't seem to be running, then maybe we'll rotate around a few packs or something, or have like a guest server in the mix. One of the ideas I've been playing with. We just change it up every now and then, give people a different experience. But I think initially no more than 4. Do we have any questions as regarding 7 days?
There's a fight breaking out in general chat.
There is indeed.
There is. Krusty has yet again put his foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
Surprising.
literally.
I've got no idea. It's Krusty. It could very well be.
I'm surprised they haven't made some sort of server-side mod that allows people to be excluded from consideration for a horde.
I suppose
way.
it's...
That way, if you want to get a horde, you opt in. If you don't want a horde, you opt out. Easy.
I can do that with PvP and PvE. I've been playing with some advanced settings in the server manager and figuring out how we do it. And we can do things like we can split a map in half if we so want to, or 25-75, and we can have a PvP section to a map. We can even control the ability to fire across the border. So players would get punished for doing that. We can do stuff like that, but sadly, no, we can't opt down to Blood Moons. I think
nobody has yet.
there may be an issue with that anyway, because if you're living by somebody and somebody's opted in, then stuff's going to spill over, isn't it, I guess? Which is hilarious and both horrible at the same time. Yes, you can actually do safe zones, Krusty. You can do demilitarized zones. So you have like a cross area that intersects the 2 you set up. It's really quite cool, but I don't know what people would think about PvP.
We did it at the end of Alpha 19, didn't we?
Yes, we played with it. Yeah, same sort of mechanics.
That was fun.
Yeah, so there's plenty of stuff we can play with and do and all sorts of stuff, but I want to get a grip on what's popular at the moment. I know Darkness is going to be immensely popular on the No Blood Moon side, and I know that the vanilla one is already got quite a few names on there, so we seem to be heading down that route. But then some people have been... few people have been trying out the horde mode as well. I think it's a natural progression, isn't it? Makes the game a bit
Yeah,
harder
I think
once
no,
you've
no
learned.
horde mode's fantastic for beginners and people learning the game, but horde mode is an entirely different beast.
Yes.
I mean, we could do something like with the no horde mode, no blood moon servers, like Arc do with their beginner servers. They have a scheduled wipe every 30 days. So people can go on the server, learn the game, learn how to play, learn how to build, and work through the progression system without the fear of getting annihilated like 7 days into the game. And then when they're ready, they can move over to the main server, which has a blood moon on.
Yeah.
The main thing people are using it for at the minute is building creativity rather than learning. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rather than learning the game, it's just
Yeah,
creative
it's a creative build, which is why I've tweaked the zombies immensely on the No Blood Moon server. So you actually get roaming hordes. The cities are actually a little bit worse, but it's meant more for the creative building sort of orc side of things, rather than the knock your house down in a week side of things. But that said, a couple of people have already transferred off and been having a look at the horde side.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a natural progression. I'm just going to keep an eye on numbers and see what's popular, and we'll go from there. But there's plenty of stuff we can do yet, and there's loads of overhaul mods that look really cool, all completely different game experiences.
Alpha 20 has made some big changes to hordes as well. I'm not going to say how, surprise for you, but there are a lot of changes. So if you haven't played Alpha 20 horde mode and you have played Alpha 19 horde mode, it's well worth looking at.
Yeah,
there are some fun new things.
The A20 is really nice, and the Darkness Falls stuff looks amazing.
There's a lot of stuff that was in Darkness Falls only that's now been brought across as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that zombies and you couldn't do before that you and they can do now. So. I'm being intentionally vague before anybody can play. I don't like spoilers.
So yes, plenty going on. At the moment, we'll get Darkness Falls out, we'll keep an eye on things, and we'll react as necessary. But it all seems to be going quite well at the moment. Really pleased with how the servers are running. Have we anything else then?
Nothing from me at the moment, I don't think.
Nani, are you able to at all slap Krusty with /claim and shut him up? Or...
Krusty's already been slapped with /claim. He's fine.
Excellent. Lovely.
I'm not,
get it on video next time so I can play.
I'm not surprised if he's going a little bit doolally now. Not surprised at all.
I want to slap Krusty too.
Thank you.
Sorry, Deathshot. We can do any questions now, I suppose. But,
yeah, sure.
We did cover that one off earlier. We're still working on the hardware setup from the new stuff that went in on Sunday. There are some issues. There is stuff that needs tweaking, and until that's all out the way, we're not even looking at that other stuff. I said that's coming, but not quite yet. We've got to make sure the kind of like underlying experience is as good as it can be. That's exactly the kind of stuff, though, that we'll cover off on a roundtable in the future. Hopefully, we can cover it off on the roundtable next week. Making sure that everything goes as smooth as. If everything goes smoothly, then yeah, brilliant. I never sound optimistic.
Moving servers is a big thing. It's huge. And there's no matter how much you plan and how meticulous you are, something always bites you in the ass, and things crop up because you've never run that particular hardware before, or things have slightly altered, and we'll be picking nails out of walls, won't we, for a few weeks yet? But we'll get there.
Luckily, we've moved from Intel to the far superior AMD technology. Things should be awesome before too long.
Yeah, plenty of stuff that needs doing and can be done yet, so no need to panic yet. But rather than loading more stuff onto the servers, is what DJ's saying, we'll let's fix what we've got and then add to it and then we can then
Yeah.
monitor effectively if anything we've added has also had an impact. If you start piling things on, you've got no idea where you started or where things end. So
Yeah.
But
exactly, Hank, exactly that.
you're saying we can't panic, but what if I want to?
I think you can panic. Nani and
No.
DJ aren't yet, but you panic whenever you feel like it.
Okay, thank you.
You panic at will.
Thank you.
Where are we at? We're at
Shaggy, don't worry about Sandy. Sandy will be more than capable of taking care of herself.
14 minutes. So do we have anything else? Any last questions? Hopefully new questions.
People are typing.
Yes.
Help.
Would anybody like to make
Help.
a small speech or?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
Krusty L. I'll definitely put you out
Yeah.
of your misery in a minute.
Yeah, we can.
Why are we only allowed one oil rig on docks? That's a very good question.
Why are you allowed only one oil rig on docks? Why do you need more than one?
What are you doing with the oil would be the question to that.
I mean,
Sandy does not have a big red button in her office, Bob. We removed it for the safety of the entire cluster.
Do you know what I was thinking about doing? It's
No.
not going to work. Doesn't matter. It's not going to work.
I've worked out why Krusty dies so rarely in 7 days.
yeah.
He never
Zombies eat
leaves the house.
brains.
That was.
Zombies eat brains.
Oh.
He's just clearly not that appetizing. That's all it is.
An answer to Chrissy's question, as I literally said about 5 minutes ago, I reckon within the next 2 days. I haven't got
Yay.
much left to do before it's open for players. I tested the worst of it today. So I just want to have a quick last run through the 2 configs, check that they match up with what we say we're delivering on the website, and we're good to go.
If you're not online for more than 24, or somebody in your tribe is not online for more than 24 hours, your dinos will stop breeding.
What I will say about Docs though is not Docs, Darkness is it's a completely different game to 7 Days to Die. It's so far apart, it's unreal. Some things are similar, most things are completely different. I had a quick fly around the map earlier on, and there was, I am not kidding, a giant pink squid walking around the streets trying to eat people.
Yep.
Including the zombies.
That is, by the way, officially a spider, Nani. So
it's a squid.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having it.
If it's a squid, no one can go near it. If it's a spider, he can't.
I got a screenshot.
I wouldn't recommend going near it anyway, but yeah.
I am pretty sure I got a screenshot. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm not kidding. This thing. Where are we? Did I get a good close-up screenshot?
While you're looking for that screenshot, I'll try and help Dino out. It may have been something to do with the number of reboots I did today, but your dinos shouldn't just suddenly stop breeding.
That's definitely a squid, right? There's no way that is a spider.
That is. I'm just saying that is called a spider. Its name is Pink Squishy Spider or something.
It's horrific.
It's a flesh spider.
Horrific. It is.
Sandy?
Yes.
Bad Sandy.
Oh, you removed it.
Sandy?
Of course you removed it. Bob.
Anyways, let's wrap this up for this evening. I think we've covered everything off that we need to. Oh, that's cute.
That is.
So
I am no longer watching General.
Will Quickie give us the outro, Nani? The quicker we will.
Okay, cool. So outro. We're doing Tom and we're doing Sandy in unison today. Go.
No.
Oh, yeah?
You are terrible. Okay.
Sandy, we have been the Wicked Ninjas.
You have all been awesome.
And good night.
Good night.
Close enough. Night, everyone.
No, Bob, not this week. It's random.